Programme this lunchtime. Plans to use more than £100 million of public money to try to reopen Doncaster Sheffield Airport are expected to be approved this week. And how a health check at the barbers could save lives. Good afternoon. Plans to use public money to try to reopen Doncaster Sheffield Airport are expected to be approved this week. Members of the South Yorkshire Combined Authority will vote on a plan to release up to £138 million towards it. The airport closed in November 2022 when the owners' Peel Group said it was costing too much to run. Here's our transport correspondent, Spencer Stokes.
15 months after passengers and flight crews walked away from Doncaster Sheffield Airport, reopening plans are on the brink of taking a big step forward.
Normally on a Friday night, we'd have a flight crew in here.
Up until November 2022, the Crown Hotel at Bawtry let 30% of its rooms to airline staff. That business disappeared overnight. The champagne isn't on ice just yet, but a revived airport feels within reach.
So many groups of people have come together, all with the same purpose in mind, all to make sure Peel signs that lease, we sign it over, we take over the airport and get it open again. See the green shoots of recovery around the corner is going to be a massive benefit, not just for us, but for the whole of Doncaster and for the whole of the South Yorkshire region.
Under the reopening plan, South Yorkshire's Mayor will provide £138 million of devolution funds to Doncaster Council. The council would then use that money to lease the airport site from Peel Group and appoint a specialist airport operator. The airport would be part of a sustainable airport hub with other aviation companies, and it's thought 5,000 direct jobs could be created. Is that a good use of public money to get an airport reopened?
It is, absolutely. Look, it's not just about the airport, it's about the whole of that sector. If we're going to grow the economy of South Yorkshire, if we're going to create jobs and opportunity, then we have to invest in those things that we are brilliant at, and there are a number of them, but sustainable aviation, advanced manufacturing are absolutely at the forefront of our strengths. They're what we can sell to the world, they're how we can build a bigger and better economy.
Peel Group closed Doncaster Sheffield in November 2022, saying that over 17 years it never made a profit. One aviation industry advisor says the sector has become even more challenging.
The market now is tending to focus slightly more on bigger airports where airlines can make more money. And so to get airlines to operate to a more marginal airport like Doncaster, you end up having to pay them sums of money or reduce your charges substantially to get them to be able to operate. And in those circumstances, it's unlikely that a smaller airport like Doncaster would be able to cover its operating costs.
Peel Group say they are in discussions with Doncaster Council. As yet, there's no reopening date, but the finance is now available to get Doncaster flying again. Spencer Stokes, BBC Look North.
Well, the future of Doncaster Sheffield Airport is one of the issues Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was asked about on a visit to Yorkshire this morning. He was at the Harrogate bus depot where he spoke to Amy Garcia, and she started by asking for his thoughts on the South Yorkshire Combined Authority's plans to put £138 million towards the airport.
I'm not familiar with the exact details of the scheme. I mean, in general, what we're trying to do is to devolve power, responsibilities and funding to local areas across the country. We've done that particularly well across the north because I believe that if local people are more in control of their destinies, that's a good thing. So whether that's across Yorkshire or the northeast, we've seen elected mayors, combined authorities take more power and responsibility. That's the direction of travel, and I think that's the right thing to do.
The government seems to have supported the reopening, but where's the extra funding?
Well, we're investing record amounts in transport in general, and partly we're able to do that because of the decision that the government took on HS2 to reallocate every penny of that money and to make sure we can invest in transport projects across the country, but particularly in the north. Every penny from HS2 in the north, almost £20 billion, is going to stay in the north. We're here at a bus depot which is benefiting from the £2 bus fare that we were able to put in place as a result of that reprioritisation. Local road schemes across the north, railway stations being reopened, reopened. Those are the types of projects I think people want us to invest in alongside road maintenance, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Okay, let's talk about the buses. The frequency of the buses has almost halved in North Yorkshire since 2010. Is that a legacy of Conservatives in power for the last 13 years?
No, actually we're investing more, and if you look at bus provision as a result of what this government is doing, we're investing more in buses.
But the frequency of the buses has gone down.
Well, I said that local councils obviously are responsible for provision in their areas as well. They are topped up by government funding. The Bus Service Operators Grant is a considerable investment in local bus services, and again, the decision that we've made on HS2 means that we can cap bus fares at £2.
And we'll have more from